All right. Just me and my thoughts. Just me and my thoughts. No music. Oh, that sounds nice. I don't know if that sound translated, but it sounded nice. Just me and my thoughts. Like I said, can't play any music, you know. We're not monetized yet, but we would like to be at some point, and we don't want no copyright strikes. So you just get my thoughts. Welcome to another episode of Geek TV. Today we are looking at two beautiful little cameras that are hard to come by right now. I am talking about the Fujifilm X100VI right here in my hand. Hopefully it's in frame. And this lovely beast of a camera, this beast of a machine, that is the Leica Q3 43, just released, hard to come by, but I managed to snag one from B&H. It was a used, so you know, I got a couple of dollars off that hefty price point, but it was still hefty nonetheless. So today we are comparing both cameras. I am struggling with which one I want to keep. I'm trying to be practical, even though practical is not a word you would use if you are, you know, in possession of this camera right here. I'm talking about the Q3 43, but I just love it. I've had the previous iterations. I had the Q3. That 28 millimeter focal point wasn't really for me. I'm more of a 50 millimeter shooter, and the 43 is super close to it. And then you're talking about the IPO lens, the f2. You still get that nice background separation and everything, and then with the image quality and IQ. So I'm just trying to see which one is practical for me. I am on purpose wearing my favorite jacket that I throw on when I'm being casual and just trying to be out and about. So this definitely fits in there. I haven't tried putting this Q343 in that jacket right now. I'm just trying to do a picture walk around. You know, come along with me and we will see if I am able to make a decision. Tell me your preference. We're gonna look at those images as well. I will share the RAW and JPEG copies of those pictures. I will be sharing those, so stay tuned. I am headed Uptown Charlotte right now, just to walk around and capture some images, see how I feel overall, if I'm even able to get rid of either one of them. I had the SL3 as a third runner-up, but I've decided I'm getting rid of the SL3. I think I will be replacing that with the Lumix S52X. I love that camera. It is smaller. It is more versatile for my needs. So I will be going down that route and save me tons of money as well. But I will still have, maybe I will still have this. Stay tuned. All right. Look at that. Look at that. I hope you can see it. That just came out of my pocket. This is the Fujifilm X100VI in its glory. This is a third-party square hood a la Leica. So that is what it looks like. You have this articulating screen. It just flips up and down so you can get that top shot and the low angles without breaking your back or your neck. So that's great. I love that. And then you have that awesome hybrid viewfinder that gives you the optical and it gives you the regular viewfinder, and also there's a hybrid view where you have the optical and a tiny little LCD that pops up in the corner. I can't see very well, so that doesn't do much for me, but it's still great for those who need it. Everything is tactile. You can adjust your aperture, you can adjust your shutter speed, exposure compensation, and then you have the on-off button and the threaded shutter release. Also, this is a leaf shutter, so that makes it, you know, nice as well. It comes with a 28 millimeter focal length, which is a 35 for the full frame equivalent, and it is just awesome. So that is the X100VI. Let's put it back in our pocket. All right, so this is the Q3 It also fits in my favorite jacket. Let's put you back in there. The Q3 is the same idea. It's also a fixed lens camera, non-removable, just like the X100VI. It is slightly bigger. This is a full frame camera. It also features a leaf shutter. Same articulating screen, but not as easy to flip up because it doesn't have the notch on the side like the X100 does. It also flips and articulates up and down. You have that. You have your shutter speed and shutter release, and also this button that you can customize. It is very simple compared to the X100VI. However, it's a full frame and it features this beautiful 43 millimeter focal length Apo f2 lens, which is also awesome. So what we are doing today is just walking around with these two beautiful little beasts to decide which I'm keeping, if I can make that decision at all. Ooh, I like this right here. All right. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's check our framing. Awesome. All right. So this is the X100VI. Let's find that. There we go. Boom. All right. All handheld, like you would if you were using these casually. And that's the thing I like about it. It just goes in there. You just throw it in there and it's in there. Not the best fit, but this struggles a little bit. Now, the Q3 you can see that it's a little tighter. Same framing, same shot. Again, I will make these copies available for you to peruse. If it would help you decide if you are in the market for any one of these two. All right, let's get this back as well. About them is that you can just hand it to anyone, either of them, and they won't be too lost because they are not intimidating. You know, like you would have your regular DSLR, SLR, mirrorless camera, those huge professional looking beasts. While these are also capable of doing professional work, they're just user friendly. Everything is tactile, it is fun, and nothing crazy. While the Leica looks a little bit more serious, it is just as non-intimidating, so to speak. So, yeah. Come on. All right. Ooh, I like this midnight diner. This thing is just so fun and small and nice. Just look at it. Look at it. It's just even in terms of looking at, it's just fun to look at. Let's get back in here. Not as easy to take out, but it does work. Again, it's tighter. Come on. There will be no edits on these pictures that I'm sharing, because who wants to do all that when you have something fun? Ah, yes. Turn on that ND filter. Oh yes. One thing I've noticed though is the Fuji struggles a little bit when it comes to focusing. So I've missed a couple of shots with it when you're not paying attention and you just want to capture something real quick. You have to pay attention to that. Again, it's not very smart when it comes to selecting focus points. You have to tell it oftentimes, unless you're using your single autofocus. If you're doing anything more than that, you want to track or whatever, it is all over the place.
For sports and entertainment in the Carolinas. Spectrum Center has a new band policy. Ads must be 5 inches by 7 inches by...
Oh, this is nice. So our ND filter on. Let's do off. Again, there's a whole card there, but it's choosing. So this is best with single point autofocus. It does have the joystick, so you can easily choose where you want to focus and get it going that way. modern man. I love the Insta360 Go 3S or Go, yeah, whatever it's called. I love it. My only wish is that the sensor were bigger. Give me a 1-inch sensor with this type of point of view perspective. Yes. Let me see if I could get some people. How you doing? Thank you. Trying to get a bit more comfortable approaching people, strangers, to take their pictures. You just never know the mood someone is in. I'm glad I got a nice reaction that time. Kitchen and cocktails. Let's stand here. Right on the K's. Right on the K's. Again, I'm just pointing and shooting. Not being too... can I get it? Not being too crazy. Uh-oh. Not being too crazy. All right, this is about to be this is about to be nuts. I wasn't planning on this, but it also works. I won't do a walk and talk, but this video is coming from the X100VI. I was just praising the Insta360 Go S, and the battery died. I think it would do about 15 or 30 minutes of recording before you have to throw it back into that action thingamajig for it to recharge. So that's what we're doing now. This video is coming from the X100VI with the onboard microphone. What do I sound like? What does this footage look like? All right. Now what you are looking at is the 8K footage from the Leica Q3 43. Onboard microphone, same situation. So in a pinch, even though they are not the best for this type of viewing, do they still work? Can I still use this? I definitely can't use this for a vlog where I am trying to get my selfie on, because first of all, those LCD screens don't flip out for you to reference and, you know, get your framing right. However, what you have is what you have. Can you make it work? All right. I forgot that I'm also wearing my Meta Ray-Ban glasses, limited edition. So we can still continue. The only thing is we are now in portrait video. So let's take this off. All right. Eddie V's. Why does it do that? The X100VI seems to be a tad slower. You would get something like that where the highlight is crazy. The LCD screen looks washed out, then it takes a second to kind of catch up and adjust. Can I put this in the frame? All right. Are we recording? Yes, we are. I would like to stop in the middle of the street and capture that. Just slightly bigger. Just slightly. But it is a whole lot lighter though. You will feel it. How you doing, sir? Good, good. Let's focus on that man. Do you like black or do you like the shiny silver? This is really what does it for me. I wish this. When it comes to battery life, this sucks. Remember to turn it off when you're not using it. Ergonomics, this is a lot better. It has that little hump that's just enough of that grip. Let's put this in single autofocus. Actually, I'm gonna leave it in continuous. It has that hump that just makes it just enough. Just enough. Looks great. Ergonomics sucks. This is the best example of focal length difference right there. It's not really too much. It's not really too much. 35, 43. That's what the difference looks like. Right there. So these, my takeaway. Let me see if my, okay, we can sit here. Mimosa grill. Let's find a spot to chillax for a second. Oh. Neither of them are wide enough to get there from the top down. Let me see if we go lower. Nope. I shouldn't be resting on this wall. Gross. Arms extended. Just capture, just point and shoot. No stress. Neither of them are wide enough to capture that type of perspective if that's what you're looking for. They're not wide angle cameras or lenses. 35 and 43 are not. All right, let's sit here. I'll take this and then I'll talk. Let's get that background separation. Yeah. If you're looking for that, all right, so here we are. This is that jacket I was talking about. I love it. And these are our two candidates today. Again, when it comes to size, they are about the same, except for this lens that protrudes a whole lot more than on the X100VI. Image quality is always better on the full frame. That's just physics. They are both point and shoots, sorta, kinda, and they both get the work done. Now it all comes down to how much you are willing to spend. And it may not just be that. You might just like that form factor on the X100VI, that excellent hybrid focus, hybrid viewfinder, and the tactile feedback you get from using it, which is the same, on the Q3 don't get me wrong. So these are our two cameras. I'm still undecided. I want them both, but I think I'm leaning more towards the Q just because whenever I take pictures on this, I just want that extra oomph. I want that extra oomph. I wish that, the background separation was a bit more. I wish I had a bit more detail. This is, it's a full frame. And at night, I appreciate this one. When it's dark, when the scene is calling for a bit more light, I appreciate this one. So, but it's just so convenient. You can take it, throw it in your pocket, and go. You can do so with this, but it requires a little bit more work. What do you think? That's been my excursion. We say that coming from Nigeria. Anyhow, that's been my experience. My little walk around Uptown Charlotte. I have a headache. I don't know what this sounds like right now. And I have a headache. So, what do you guys think? Look at those pictures. Download them, peruse. They are unedited files. Leave your thoughts in the comment. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.
Adios.